Hey, got your audio.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yep.
There we go. There we go. Ball with the ball.
Who's that?
Peace, Busy. How you feeling, man?
All right. Who
Got
that?
DJ RBI from DC. Got my man Rasheen from Pittsburgh. And we are going to jump right into it, man, so we don't take up too much of everybody's time on a Saturday. 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your main man, Jay Sands. Sands on sports, hip-hop and sports entertainment at its finest. That's right, y'all. The big kid is at it again. And I believe this is episode 111. Might be 112, but I think it's 111. And today in sports history, this is what we like to do. We like to talk about whatever happened today. Today in sports history, I'm taking it back to Pittsburgh. My quarterback, Russell Wilson, got married to Sierra today. So this is the Russell Wilson Sierra Day on Sands on Sports, no doubt. So
that didn't happen. They wasn't already married?
No. Russell was married to a white bride before Sierra, and Sierra was with Future. So they had two ships that happened finally passed type thing. Yup.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now you're about to win the Super Bowl. So hey, can't it's like nah. But yo, check this out, man. It feels good to be here. Haven't done a show in a while. Just enjoying summer. You know, I'm not. Again, this ain't no job for me, so I just trying to jump in when I jump in, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. You know what I mean? And this definitely makes sense because I think about where I'm at 51. And why I'm here at 51 doing what about to release an album at 51. Why the fuck am I about to release an album at 51? One of the main reasons is because when I was about 12, 13, I was heavy into breaking. I thought breaking was the best part of hip hop. I didn't care about the rapping too much. I knew the songs. I didn't care about I wanted to be Crazy Legs, nigga. I wanted to be a B-boy. But, you watching USA Channel, and all of a sudden this movie Wild Style come on. You know what I'm saying? And I see dude rapping. I'm like, yo, this rap shit look cool. And watching Wild Style on USA with the commercials and all that, you had to watch it at like 4 or 5 a.m. back in the day. That shit didn't come on a regular time. You had to be up at 3 a.m. and watching Wild Style. And that's probably one of the moments that made me think, hey, rapping might be the coolest part of this culture, seeing Busy B get down. But before we go into Busy, I shouldn't even say his name because it's supposed to be a surprise, but I have two guests with me that's going to co-host this event with me. I have my man DJ RBI down in DC. Proud
what up?
Father. How you doing today, RBI?
Man, I'm chilling, man. This is a busy Saturday, man, but it's funny. No pun intended. It's busy Saturday. Yeah. But this is a nice little excursion. About to do radio. I got to do my radio show tonight, so
no doubt.
Get ready for that.
All right, good luck with that.
For sure. WPFW in DC. Actually, Busy's been on my show before.
Really?
It's been some years, but you blessed us. You know what I'm saying? You had a new single at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm coming bless it again with the new single. I'm gonna come bless it again.
For sure. But shouts out to my son though, man. My son's in the other room with my mom.
Young King.
Yeah, the young king.
And also my brother from Pittsburgh, Rasheen Hill, and he's co-host of what podcast?
Original Sports Podcast.
No doubt.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes.
No doubt. And you're headed to Pittsburgh now in the whip. Maybe go see the Buccos.
Yes, I am going to see the Bucks. Yep.
All right, and as y'all guessed, because we dropped dimes so much, and before this, we have a
what's the Buccos?
Excuse me.
What's the Buccos?
Oh, this the Buccos. Dave Parker,
Pirates, baby.
Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah, Buccos.
Okay.
So he was like, listen here, Bucko.
Yeah. So we got a very special guest. I'm talking about the reason all this music shit is behind me is because of what this gentleman laid down. You feel what I'm saying? I know this. I'm very conscious of this. And it feels good that I'm able to tell him that. He was just over my house. You just got to see. Yo, this is because of this man. You feel what I'm saying? So with no further ado, I like to introduce the chief rocker, Busy B. Busy B, how are you feeling, my brother?
Pretty good, man. Everything is all right. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, brother. It's hot as hell in Baltimore.
Well, I'm in Vegas, man. We're in the triple digits for the last week.
Ooh, wow. Do you even go outside?
Well, I mean, I have to run to the store every now and then because I run out of backwoods to roll up. So you catch me in the street in the sun, you know what I mean, every now and then. But other than that, we're in the triple digits, man. 114. Our high today is 117.
Oh,
114? Wow. How long you been out in Vegas?
5 years, maybe.
Wow. Okay. So that's okay. You know, I think last time I saw you was last June or July at the Wild Style thing in New York.
Okay.
The 40th anniversary commemoration.
Right.
Yeah. So I had no idea that you flew out from Vegas to come out there. That's crazy. I thought you were still on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, West Coast. Hey, it's the West Coast summer. So
if hip hop calls and if it's about hip hop, I'm in the building.
Right. No doubt.
So busy. Hip hop fans, they don't need it, but can you please just tell everybody about 10, 20 seconds who you are?
Well, I'm known to the world as the world's first solo MC. Now, I specify the solo MC because I'm an MC. Everybody that was coming up, like you have your Hercs, Cool Herc, and you had the Herculoids, and then you had Coke Rock. He was a DJ, but he MC too. So most people want to say he's the first MC, but he's not. He could be that, but I'm the first solo MC. There was no solo MCs. Everybody had groups. Everybody had 2 or 3 other rappers.
Yeah.
I didn't have a brother or a partner during them times. So I perfected the deal on my own, really. So I became the first solo MC of our culture we call hip hop.
Damn. Okay. Well, check this out. This is a sports show, so we're going to get through the sports real quick. You're from the Bronx, New York City. What is your favorite?
My Knicks. You ain't got to go there.
Basketball,
you ain't got to go there. And I've been a Knicks fan since I can remember. That's what I'm talking about. Back in the day. So we ain't gonna go. We're gonna cut to the chase. We're gonna be knocking out all bums this year. You know what I'm saying? We straightened it out last year, but we was a little injured. So you saw how far we went, and we was on half a leg. We wasn't even on one leg. We was on half a leg. You know what I'm saying? So now we got full legs. We got full strength. We got camaraderie. It's going to go down, man. And so stand by for them Knickerbockers. We coming in our Knickerbockers, man. We coming, y'all.
Who's your favorite time?
You breaking up, Rasheen? Breaking up. He on the highway, so he going to break up. But anyway, who's your favorite Knick of all time?
Clyde Frazier.
Clyde? I was just watching some of his highlights on TikTok. Yeah, Clyde.
See, I'm a guard. When I played ball in my time, I was a guard. Okay. And by me being lefty, I was flying. I was flying all my shit, man, from MCing, basketball, sports, soccer. That's how I was. I was good in baseball, basketball, tennis, and soccer. Gotcha. But I put all that to side to be the chief rocker. So I want y'all to understand that. You know what I'm saying? I come with the Mark Jackson era. I would be retired by now because I come with the Mark Jackson. I used to bust their ass. Walter Berry. I used to bust their ass. They'll tell you Busy B played ball. I was a world be free type of guy. You know what I mean? Kenny Hutchinson. You know what I'm saying? I played with Kevin Love. I mean, I played the little game every now and then. I ain't all that now, don't you know?
Yeah. Shit either. Did you play in a record game?
No.
Okay. Got. Well, I tell you what. Since you got these names, can you tell us a story about one of these hoop games that you played?
Well, I didn't play hoop. I played tournaments with the school I went to. I went to Padua. We played St. Holyfields. We played the CIA tournament. We played real shit. We ain't play that with the guy whistling, you tag, you foul. We had real referees. I played, recreational basketball the real way. I never played the street ball stuff, but I was a part of the entertainment basketball classic in the Rucker when Greg was running it, Gus was running it. We had me, Brucey B, and a few other people to play the music. I was one of the announcers. So we had Mr. Excitement, Skip to My Lou from the Rucker wind up playing in Houston in the NBA. Walter Berry wind up playing in the NBA. from the Rutgers, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of the NBA stars came to Harlem, came to see, show love. Kobe Bryant, I was there for Kobe Bryant. I was there for Kevin Garnett. I was there for Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? So I seen a lot of Dominique Wilkins. You know what I mean? Sports is my thing. From basketball, baseball, football. Like I said, I know who is who. I know the rules to the game, or I wouldn't be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You got fans, and then you got motherfuckers that just talk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're a Yankees fan?
Oh yeah, you already know. What, you testing me or something?
Well, who's your favorite Yankee of all time?
Dave Winfield.
Ooh. That's tough.
Oh, I just met Dave Winfield a couple weeks ago in Cooperstown.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep, I did.
Yeah,
I met Dave
was
Winfield.
Cool. I mean, Reggie was cool. Don't get me wrong, Reggie was cool. But you asked me my all time. Mine's Dave Winfield.
I met Reggie. I met Reggie 2 weeks ago in Rickwood. Yep.
Big up to Dave Winfield. He came to my elementary school when I was a kid, man. Big up, baby.
Yeah, see, I used to travel with the Winfield Foundation and Mike Tyson at the time with the don't do drugs and shit, Yeah. And then soon I left that, I go in the back and take a hit or something or smoke.
That's it. I tell you what, I never really think about boxing, but a lot of brothers mess with boxing, man. So you hanging with Tyson, man? That's ill, man. Do you got any Tyson stories?
Oh man, yeah, hell yeah, I got a few of them. I have some Tyson stories, like, oh man, there's one in Harlem when he was first coming out, and this is '88, maybe '89. Tyson was all in Harlem, running around, chasing all the girls, doing stuff. And we used to give parties. So he used to always stop by the parties, rooftop, come through. Or if we was playing at Club Lucy's one time for a girl he was giving a party for, so he came through a lot. Plenty of times he had, and like Melly Mel was like his favorite homeboy, but Melly Mel was with me because Melly Mel helped me write Suicide. So at this time, Mike trained off of Suicide. That was his training record.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was, when Mike had to fight anybody in the 80s up until like maybe 94, 95, Suicide was his training record.
Yeah,
he was good in that gym and he had that Suicide and it bust your shit up.
Suicide.
Hey, have you ever seen anybody get money like Mike personally? Like Mike probably got more money than anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Still to this day almost. So have you seen anybody generate that much money that like from where you from?
Well, you got different artists. It all depends who they are. Yeah. But a lot of people came out of the New York Bronx area who made it, who I'm proud of and happy for them and their families, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So, because when I preach my culture of hip hop, my thing about hip hop is peace, love, unity, having fun. Now, the rap industry is different. We got rappers now. We got rappers and recording artists, and they not hip hop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Check this out, man. I want everybody to hear this sound. I'm waiting for it to load up real quick because we're going to wind down the first quarter. Oh yeah, we do this by quarter. So we're winding down. Let me turn this shit up. We are winding down the first quarter. And we are going into the second quarter, gentlemen. Now, to start the second quarter, Busy, I just wanted to ask you, again, however you want to take this, who was the first person to say, hey, man, you sound all right, man, you need to stay on this mic?
There's this person, his name is Mario, rest in peace.
Okay.
Disco King Mario, he told me that my voice was so vicious and then he had a system. See, everybody back then in the day, they didn't have like the stereo sound system. Mario had that. He had a quality sound system it didn't matter who played or who was on the turntables. Your sound was awesome. Yeah. So so then with my voice to that sound, he said it was vicious. And you know how I just said vicious. People say, yo, that was vicious. He ain't say it like that. He put emphasis on his shit. He said, your voice sounds so vicious.
Yeah.
Dope.
He said, so vicious.
And the crazy part about it is, like, I heard a Disco King Mario, but you hear a lot of these discussions now about hip hop. People are saying this is hip hop, but you actually know Mario. You know the people. How do you feel when you're watching shit on the internet
Right.
and you're saying shit about people you actually know and it's incorrect?
Right. That's the only thing that heats me up. But then again, I say these people, by telling these lies to get where they going on these platforms, that's fine. That's cool. That means the platform is actually looking for the real shit. So when they get a guy like me and hear the story for themselves, they'll know who they was talking to, didn't know what the fuck they was talking about.
Yeah.
So the real, like they say, real recognize real. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, so again, you know, I like the doors being open. That means that when they see me, they gonna I think Jack Nicholson, he was the first one. Wait till they get a load of me.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah. So look, I did want to piggyback on that because I was about to ask you something similar too, specifically about the controversy that's been popping. I've seen it brewing for maybe about 7 years on the internet.
What's
it's
that?
About the origins, you know. There's a channel on YouTube, used to be called Michael Wayne TV, but it's called The Culture Since 71 right now. And I'm pretty sure the documentary Microphone Check was largely inspired by what the information that the brothers on that channel were doing. Specifically just trying to give Disco King Mario his props in terms of him being a pioneer that's not mentioned. Especially some people say he predates Kool Herc. I just want to know your opinion on that, because I don't think people want to discredit Kool Herc, but there's it's a large
Mario
and
Kool Herc was friends. Mario learned what Kool Herc knew and perfected it, and Kool Herc just had the first system to Mario that made more sense to him because of the equipment that Kool Herc used. He had a amplifier that was called a Macintosh. Nobody the only people that had a Macintosh was white folks that had real inside studios downtown. Nobody knew what a Macintosh was. It was an amplifier that put out that bass sound and all of those sounds that Herc was playing. Mario caught wind of it, and him and Herc was cool. So he asked him, what was it? And he said it was a Macintosh, and he wanted to know how much it cost. At this time, if you tell somebody something costed $1,000 in 1979, you would think that was way too much money. But Herc had that. Herc had that. And Mario found out and said he had to get it, and he got it. So that made his system more powerful and sound efficient than anybody breakout, Bambaataa, Flash, whoever. You had no shot with listening to a record of your favorite sound than listening to it coming from a Mario system. And then you have a voice of the people's choice, Chief Rocker, coming out the system. It was just it was like there was a match made in heaven. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So last thing on that, just for my own curiosity, I'm pretty sure other people might be curious too. Is it a situation where Mario emerged before Kool Herc, or they emerged around the same time? Because that's been a big point.
Around the same time. Mario was the guy who would say, you can come over here and party with us, because back then you got to remember they had gangs. They wasn't crews, they was gangs. You had the Black Spades, you had I was a young guy, but I was around these guys mentoring me because I was their little man. You know what I mean? I was their little man. So I hear a lot of stuff, and now as I grow up, I understood it, who was what and who did that and what was what. You know what I mean? So Mario was a peacemaker. He was the guy that wants you to come party, and we can do this together with no problems. But then we always had protection for outsiders who came in. You have a problem if you came in wrong. You know what I mean? And Mario was that. If Mario would have stayed, nobody killed Mario. Let's understand that. He didn't get killed. He didn't have no animosity with nobody. He had a disease that they said that happened, and he passed away. So, but he was the guy that I believe if he was on the earth a little longer than he was, a lot of things would be probably in the beginning part be different because everything in the beginning changes, it evolves. But in the beginning, you wouldn't have left out Mario because he was that, and you wouldn't have been able to leave him out. It would have been no way. Because he had Jazzy J under his wing. He had the Grand Wizard Theodore under his wing. He had the Chief Rocker under his wing. He had Zombu and LG. These are other MCs and producers now that's in the industry making money. That came from under that umbrella. You understand what I'm saying? So he would have groomed a few of us. I have shirts. I would never forget Mario. I can't. If you like me, then you're like Mario because Mario liked it me. He was the one that said, I was Busy B. I was Starsky at this time. I wasn't even Busy B. I was just
I remember you and Red Alert being like the main folks. I would hear his name come from you guys. I was always curious.
Red came from that era with me as well. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the Busy Bee name, it's just start flowing because I had an identity. You had the Love Bug Starsky and me, Starsky, MC Starsky, and Pete. Love Bug used to try to make it seem like people was coming to my parties thinking it was him. Yeah. And I used to tell them, get the fuck out of here. So one day, Robbie Rob, we was the L brothers. It was me, Kevy Care, Robbie Rob is the 3 MCs, and it was Theodore and Mean Gene. So I used to always run because I was selling loose joints, hustling. I'm trying to make me a couple of dollars every day. I'm doing what I'm doing. So why not? He called me a Busy Bee. He said, you a busy bee, yo, man. Every time we try to call you you stay busy. I'm gonna call you Busy Bee. And I thought about it. And then I used to like the Love Bug would get on the mic after he DJ, because he was a DJ. It was DJ Starsky, the Love Bug DJ Starsky. And he'd get on the mic and say, I'm the LOVE, the BUG, I'm not talking about. And that was cool. So when Robbie said, you a Busy Bee, and I spelled that. I said, B-U-S-Y. I said, oh, that's match. That sound good. Like the L-O-V-E, the B-U-G with the B-U-S-Y, the B-E-E. So I got him again. But I'm just not saying L-O-V-E. I'm saying me. Now people know it's the Busy Bee Starsky. So that was kind of fly for me, and I went with that. I never gave myself from Chief Rocker, Busy Bee. I didn't give myself those names. It was Starsky. Busy Bee came from Robbie Rob, and Chief Rocker came from the world. Because they say, yo, here come Chief Rocker. I would come to the party with AJ, and they say, here come Chief Rocker. Yeah. So I didn't know they was talking about me. This ready to go down now. Here come Chief Rocker. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from. I liked it the way that sounded. So I kept all the shit that sounded good.
How did you feel about Lords of the Underground, Chief Rocker? Did you like that song? Chief Rocker?
I liked the song until I heard the rhymes, because I thought they was giving me my props. Yeah. And then there was somebody trying to be Chief Rocker, and I'm like, come on. But then he felt, I guess he felt the props about it, that it didn't work out because Busy Bee is Stone. He and Stone. There ain't no more of them. You leave that name alone.
Exactly, man. Well, check this out. You're part of the generation where it was the live parties. That's where hip hop was at. Correct me if I'm wrong though. It really wasn't vinyl cassettes too much. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, we're rocking parties, we're rocking shows, maybe a 12-inch single, but hip hop doesn't have a section in the record store at this time. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you're right. No, they didn't. They was taking break beat. Well, they was taking records from the R&B. They was taking records from the funk section. They was taking records from the Spanish section, and just taking beats from them, trying to find proper beats. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what we was doing. We was reinventing shit. Trying to just find beats that people would dance to and rock. And at this time, Bambaataa was a master with that, because he would play records that you never heard these beats, but they was funky. And he was a funk. You had the era of funk in the music, and people really didn't realize that. We went through the disco era, then we went right into the funk. whether they knew it or not. When we start rocking Parliaments and funk, that the people didn't know what the genre was. But we was rocking funk till when LA started rocking funk, they was 5 years late. We done did the funk all already. Dr. Dre come out with the funk and G'd off. Well, you know what I mean? All of those NWAs in the first beginning, that's all P-Funk. You know what I mean? And which was dope because, again, for me, being an MC, I had the ear as a producer. I played my own instruments. I played the drums. I played the keyboards myself. I actually played the drums in y'all hit record that everybody likes, Suicide. That's Busy Bee playing drums.
Wow. Okay. Never knew that.
Yeah, right. A lot of shit you don't know.
Hey, that's why we talking to you.
Yeah, so I don't be the bragging type. I just let it speak for itself because when I do start talking like that, people look at you like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But nah, we need you to do that because again, there's so much incorrect history. There's so much arguing. There's so much back and forth that.
Well, see, that's why I'm in the process of doing a movie, and the movie going to tell y'all all of that for real. I give you a hint. I give you a hint of most of the character I play. I'm like the Negro League. You had the Negro League before you had the Major League.
Right.
So the beginning of hip hop will be the Negro League. Because I'll be Satchel Paige, one of the top performers, still good. When they picked Jackie Robinson, the young man, when they picked Run DMC to run without because they was younger, then they looked at the part for the younger kids. We was the older guys to them. But we to our craft that we created and put together. So it went on like that to where they still gave me you can't take the props that I built. Can't take that away. Couldn't take none of that away. But I didn't get the commercialized, the corporation part of it like Jackie Robinson did. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm. So y'all laid that groundwork. Y'all laid the groundwork for what it was going to be. Y'all showed people. Y'all showed people
some of them
they
would. Right. And then at the end of it, they forgot.
Well, can I say something? Can I say something to that too? So an incredible thing for me as a youngster, because I've had my experiences traveling. I'm from DC, but I would travel to the tri-state often when I was young. So I was able to catch a lot of stuff as it was going on, and come back down to DC and just tell everybody what I was experiencing before it became on television like all the time. But there was still a bunch of gaps that I needed to get filled in as a fan and eventually a scholar of this thing, right? And one of the things that would help me out a whole lot was your solo album that you came out with, the Running Things album. You had so many things on that record. I know the fellas probably want to talk to you about some other stuff before we get there, but I do want to say so many songs, just you being able to kick it the way that you kicked it. I was able to absorb the slang. I was able to put myself back in that old school era. Specifically when you had the song Old School. That song right there introduced me to so many breaks that I hadn't even heard before.
See, so that's what, I just tried to end that song. I wanted to call it reminiscent. I didn't want to call it old school. But because people would reminisce off of those old school beats, just like you said. If people, right now, if you go and hear that, you'll start thinking like, yo, we was doing this when that beat came out. Yo, we was doing this when that came out. You'll start reminiscing. So I wanted to call it that, but they said be old school would be cool. So I went with old school.
Word. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like that album, and like I said, that song in particular, but that whole album, it filled in so many gaps. And I'm sure it's like a time capsule for people to be able to pick up that record and put themselves and be schooled. You understand what I mean? Like that album really schooled.
That's the Running Things album. The Running Things album. Suicide went gold off of that. Hold up, let me. I might can do something better for you.
See that?
I might do something better. It's right. It's on the wall right here too.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, that's the joint.
I still got that record.
Ooh. That's to kill that record, man. Beastie Boys joint, yes indeed.
That's the platinum joint I did, and it's got Suicide went platinum.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that
either. Wow.
Hey, congratulations. Yeah, that's crazy. Where's the Kid Rock plaque at? I know you got a Kid Rock plaque in there.
Right here.
Oh, wow.
But it's in the box right here, though.
You got a museum in your house.
That kind of leads to my question.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Shane.
That kind of leads me to my question. What took you to Sugar Hill and what made you leave Sugar Hill? I got to let you know my dad was the road manager for Sugar Hill game.
I went to Sugar Hill because Melly Mel and I was there, and that was because they was from the Bronx where I was from, and they was the only people that had to hook up to a recording people. I went there, and I was like, Melly Mel was at this time like one of my best friends. I used to travel with him when Flash and them came out before The Message. You know, when he did The Message, nobody in his, like the Furious Five, they didn't like The Message. That's why nobody's voice was on.
Yes.
So he was the only. So Miss Robinson convinced Melly Mel. She said, if you do this, and we can make this record big, and his crew didn't want no parts of it, but I was his friend. So I used to just say, yo, Mel, fuck it, let's do it. It might be dope, but I didn't think it would be dope either. But I said, if you rap on it the way they wanted him to do it, it might be dope. So when he recorded it, and when they recorded it, it sounded different, but it was dope because the music, that down, if you hear that back to back a few times, you'll get hypnotized to that groove.
Ed Fletcher, right? That was Ed Fletcher, right?
Right. But the groove, I'm talking about just the groove before you heard voices. So then the voices matched the grooves till it was like that shit was a match, man. That shit was a match, man. And when it blew up, like, they was mad at that nigga.
Hey, Shane, what's your dad's name? He might know your dad.
My dad was Ronald Hill. He was there. We were there. Let me see. We were in Inglewood.
I know Ronald Hill. Hell yeah, I know Ronald.
That's my dad. Yeah, he got 3 gold records in my basement from Sugar Hill.
I know Ronald. Hell yeah.
Okay.
At this time, Ronald, he knew the Isleys. Isleys was out.
Yes,
we used to go to the Isley joints. I used to fuck with Ronald. I was a kid, but they all knew. They can look at me because Joey Ron, his dad, Big Joe. That was the boss of all bosses.
Yeah, my dad tells me those stories. Yes,
I was his little man. I was Joe's little man. I get in the Mercedes with Joe. His sons sit on the sidewalk. Say, where you going with Busy B? Yeah, busy with me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, hell yeah, man. And Ron used to got what was the white guy that do our money? Milton.
Oh yes. He told me about him.
Yeah, Milton was the white nigga with the money. You know what I'm saying? He was telling them that bread for Big Joe. Hey, yeah, I know your dad.
Dope.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I was in the studio a whole lot when I was young. He used to take me all the time with him.
I'm 62 now.
Wow, okay. We'll never know.
I look good motherfucker, don't I?
Yeah, I thought you were about 55.
I bet the fuck you did, nigga. I look good in the motherfucker, don't I? I ain't do all that shit them niggas did. Yo, hey, I didn't do the dope. I ain't do the hardcore drugs. I didn't drink alcohol. Yeah. I drink champagne. You see me drink, I drink champagne, grapes, wine. I do that. And I smoke the shit out that chronic. You know what I mean? So I did that. I was around the guys that did all the other stuff. And then, back in my days, the early days, I sniffed my cocaine and did all that. But the cocaine era stopped it for me like maybe 83. Yeah. The crack era stopped it for me in maybe 87. So, and I was a guy just roll with the phase. It's like after it was over, it was over. Everybody else went to Mars and to Pluto and Venus and all that other shit. I was one of them, take a hit and now go home to the party. Them niggas take a hit and go to Mars and Pluto and all that other shit. I ain't do all that. I ain't had time for that shit, man.
You was going to the studio.
Yeah. So fuck all that.
Yeah.
But for those that missed their era in 10 years because they was fucked up, they ain't my fault, nigga. Shit.
Well, check this out. You brought up Run DMC, and I see a lot of rappers now, like 2024 young boy rappers right now. All they scream is the old niggas hate. Y'all old niggas hate, y'all old niggas. But let me ask you this: how did you feel when, like for instance, in celebrity entertainment, Marvin Gaye and James Brown is there, but they see this young kid, Michael Jackson, coming. Now Michael Jackson is the star. You know what I mean? There's always another star that comes in entertainment.
But me, I never did that, man. I never, like right now, I can't wait to meet Kendrick Lamar in person.
Yeah.
That nigga the shit, and I would let him know that.
Yeah.
I would let him know, player. Yeah, I'm 62. I'm still, they ain't like us. I'm still with you, nigga. What the fuck going on with this shit, man? I'm a congratulator.
Yeah, so
I've never been a hater. For me, when I see my craft go to a level where I didn't even think, and it just knocked down the door and we in there, I'm in there.
Okay.
I might not get the check they get, but that's me, nigga.
Yeah.
And again, even because it's a diss record, he's right. Some of these people, that song fit y'all. Y'all ain't like us, yo.
Right. Facts. Let him know.
He hit the man. When I see this motherfucker, man, he might say, "Yo, that old school nigga, I'm scared of that nigga. That nigga busy beat. That nigga kept hugging me to death and all that." I was like, "Yo, player, you don't know."
I tell you what.
I think he's in New York too. I think he lives in Brooklyn too. Got an apartment in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's in Brooklyn. Yep.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question based on kind of what you just touched on, Sans? Just in terms of like, I guess the perception of the old school cats, the quote unquote old school cats hating. Because I was curious as to your opinion on how things worked out and maybe the motivation between the disagreement or the brief battle moment we had with your man Melly Mel and Eminem. I thought about that, especially many people attribute the whole battle culture as a lineage to what you and Mo D did, just to see where it went. So like, what's your opinion on like how that whole thing worked out? Did you think Mel, was he in the right?
Mel was out of his element, and I told him that. Now, when it happened, I had no idea until it blew up, and then everybody's calling me and putting me onto the game. And when he said Eminem I heard the rhyme of M, so I'm like, okay, I know Mel. So my assumption was he going to come back because he going to educate your ass now. You understand what I'm saying? But he did it in the 80s way.
Yeah.
He had to come in the 2000s way, and he might have been safe.
Yeah.
But he came old school to the people like, what the fuck is that? And it made him look like your age, like you is an old ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But I know my man better than that, and I told him, I said, he ate you for breakfast. Get your old ass. You went and did some old ass shit like that. I'd have fucked you up too, nigga. I'd have beat you up. They'd have said, "Biz beat Melly Bell in the battle with that old ass shit you saying, nigga." Nobody, you know what I'm saying? So that was his fault for doing that, and I know Mel is much better than that. I know if he had the beat. Now, if you gave him the beat that said, okay, this is the beat you need to go at him, he would come up with some shit.
Yeah. Yep. To this day.
Right now. So, I'll give you another scenario. All of that shit, from gangster rap, from all of that shit. That nigga Melly Mel DNA is in all of them niggas shit.
Of course. Yep. They'll tell you
he
too.
Started all of this rhyming to records.
Yeah, they will.
All of this rhyming to records, he started it. Because before that, it was about us having fun and me telling y'all throw your hands in the air and kick off your shoes and scream and the bitches do this and the girls do that. That's what it was about. When he's laid that rhyme down about a child was born with no state of that whole rhyme, people like, did you hear what that guy said? And everybody tried to emulate that in their own way. Now the stories start coming out and people start telling you about the streets where they came from and stories. And that's how the rap came about to the beat. And that's when the TJ died, because now everybody want to hear the story that this rapper talking about. So Slick Rick was a perfect storyteller that you can hear his stuff from. And that's what they was doing. You know what I mean? Then the conscious people came out, the KRS-One start telling you about what black people was doing, and it was safe. Public Enemy start coming. And when they start seeing that this culture that we call hip hop can greet millions of people and make them do whatever they want them to do, oh man, they put a stop to that.
Yeah.
They rather hear you say, I'll smack the bitch up and beat this nigga up and take his money like a bitch and I'm on the corner selling rocks, versus peace and love, to where we was talking about fight the power. They said, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Let's reverse this and give all the, and that's where you don't hear no more your KRS-Ones, your Public Enemy, your Chuck D. They still rocking your Commons, most of your Common stuff. You know, we had them in every era. We had them in Chicago. We had them in LA. We had them in New York. We had conscious rappers all over that was really spitting what they were supposed to spit. And I mean, again, Kendrick Lamar's he's the newest one.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's the newest, youngest one. And like I said, between the battle now, this is a battle record. This is not just a regular song. This is a battle. So he's crushed this guy who he's battling. It could have been anybody, just happened to be Drake. But it would have been anybody, this song to a battle. He crushed, he won. Drake, to save Drake's career, Drake's supposed to go on live like right now and say, hey, yo, man, that nigga Kendrick fucked my shit up, crazy. And everybody will do what you doing right now.
Right.
I'll agree with you. And like, yo, nigga, better leave that nigga. You supposed to, that nigga. Hey, yo, you supposed to be on line. Yo, Ken, stop, yo. Stop. You won, yo. Stop. Right.
Uh-huh.
You understand? That's what he's supposed to be saying right now. He want to be bad. Oh yeah, fuck that. And he's angry. I mean, the truth hurt. The truth hurt as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fellas, I want to thank y'all for the block party, but I got other things to do, places to go, and people to see. So until the next time we can do this again, I really got to go. They looking at me like,
yeah.
So
man,
be easy.
It was great talking to a legend, man.
You're going to see Busy be on the mic. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Be word up. Peace and blessings, man.
All right, peace, Busy.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, yo, man, check this out, fellas. This is the deal, is that that was some hell of a stories, man.
Yeah. Always a good one with Biz, man. Always a good one.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, man, I'm gonna keep it going. And matter of fact, let me find the motherfucking horn. Got my apps all crazy. Here we go. All right, we're about to go into halftime, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter all at once. It's Real Ill on San Antonio Sports. Thank you, Busy B, for checking in. Okay, I wanted to ask you guys, man, about Bronny James and nepotism. Short story, I was playing golf at Timber Troy's in Columbia, Maryland, about 3-4 days ago, playing with an engineer from NASA. Shout out to JR. JR is in his 70s. And he's like, I still do consulting for NASA and whatnot. And he's telling me about his son. Yeah, my son, when he was 17, I got him in Norfolk Grumman, and he's been there 30 years. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, you like LeBron. So you heard the big nepotism conversation come up, right?
Yes.
What's wrong with nepotism? We see nepotism everywhere in America. What's wrong with it?
I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you're in a position to put people, especially your people, in a position to win, I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. You know, I mean, it's like we were all mad. When I say we, I'm talking about black folks mad at LeBron for doing what he's doing. But no one's mad that Bill Belichick Jr. or whoever Jr. is coaching, and they ain't never been coaching. They just coaching because of dad.
Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, my take on it is similar, man. When I look at it, we could look at it in terms of what people think is quote unquote fair and what's going to be effective. And I'm looking at effective at this point. We ain't got time for no games. Like, you're going to put your folks in a position to do something. It's up to them to show and prove at that point. Yeah. But you created a lane for them to be able to do it. And that's what many quote unquote generational wealthy dynasties have done in other industries. You know what I'm saying? The Hilton hotel, oil companies, you know, the Rockefellers, we know that. You know what I mean? So why not? You know?
And at the end of the day, it's
Hollywood does it all the time.
I think it's bigger than basketball for LeBron. It's like, okay, you might have a nice NBA career, but boy, I'm about to leave you $3 billion. You gotta be, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I want to set you up so maybe you and your brother are adding on to the $3 billion instead of taking away from the $3 billion. Like I said, for LeBron, I think it's more than basketball. He doesn't expect his son to be him. You know what I mean? But I heard a good comparison. Maybe his son is Derek White for the Celtics. Maybe he's that. That's a good ass career. Derek White had a nice career. Play some D, hit a couple threes, and make smart decisions. You know what I mean? Because he has a high IQ. But anything, it's not even about his skill. I don't care if he was a bum. If he's my son, he's getting whatever he needs. You know what I mean? Barron Trump, he's getting whatever the fuck he needs. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that is as American as apple pie to me.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. One more thing before we head out, fellas. How do you guys feel health-wise? Just give a quick thing. I'm going to Mexico in a couple of days, so I've been on the treadmill. I've been taking choline, you know, get some of that. So when I'm on the beach, you know, I ain't looking all bloated. So I got the choline stuff, getting all that dumps out of me and whatnot, man. But what are you gentlemen doing to stay healthy, stay in shape? What's your regimen looking like?
So for me, I had pneumonia about a week ago. But before that, I had just got into jogging and running, just trying to eat right, little weights. I don't do heavy because I ain't trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. But for me, it's more running now, more walking. That's it for me. You know, I haven't played any basketball in a while. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Calisthenics, you know, and trying to eat right. That's all.
Right. Same, you know, same age. Sans remember me from years ago. So
yeah, he was chubby.
You know, Sans knew me when I was like, you know what I mean? You know, so I definitely now and it wasn't for lack of effort. I just didn't know what to do. I stayed going to the gym. I stayed, you know, hopping on my bike on the regular stuff like that. I just didn't understand nutrition. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of correct information on nutrition, training, mental health, because that's a big thing. Intention, routine, and sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I personally, you know, my preferred way to operate, I do my weight training, I do my calisthenics. Calisthenics involving, you know, just the regular push-ups, crunches, sit-ups, planks. I got a pull-up bar, you know what I mean? So you get up on the joint, doing the chin-ups, doing the pull-ups. Open air squats, jump squats, stuff, you know, those are some of the calisthenics along with burpees. You know, I just started learning how to do, but other than that, you know, like I said, do my weight training, and hitting the bike. I like riding my bike and I like walking. Running, I'm trying to get my endurance up for running. I can run, but give me a couple blocks, I'm good. But after that, I'm like, yo, I'm winded, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty good on the bike. Well, yeah, beyond that, man, supplementing and eating, you know, trying to eat as clean as possible, you know, keeping a lot of micronutrients in there, you know, lean proteins, you know, occasional fatty proteins like salmon, fishes, and, you know, occasionally I do like beef and stuff. But other than that, you know, my quinoa, my spinach, my broccoli, my asparagus, my red peppers, my fruits. I've been doing a protein smoothie with mango, bananas, pineapples, yogurt and protein powder, or I'll do like a avocado, spinach, ginger, bananas, and mango type of smoothie. I roll like that. I take BCAAs, drop them joints in some water, man. And I drink a lot of water.
Water.
Definitely,
that's why everybody think I'm 35, but I'm not.
Yeah, hey man, check it out. No Diddy. Matter of fact, check it out, man. I'm outside washing my car. The kids are like 6, 7 years old outside playing. I hear one say, "No Diddy, no." I said, "Whoa, this shit's crazy." It's crazy, yo. But me, I like I said, just cardio, hooping last November. I'm telling myself, Sands, you gonna hoop? Okay, chill. Just stay behind the 3-point line. 5 minutes later, I'm in the paint, banging, trying to get boards, locking arms. Comes out, I tore my rotator cuff. So I'm down for the count. I'm not doing anything but cardio.
You're not golfing?
I can do this that's all day. As soon as I got touch the garage door opener, pick up a pen, it's madness. So yeah, man, just trying to, again, we all want to live. We all want to be here. We all want to see grandkids and things like that, man. So it's important that we we share these conversations. And with that being said, the halftime, third quarter, the fourth quarter is over. Sands of Sports is over. And I want to thank Rasheen and RBI for coming on. And on my outro, I got a list of RIPs, bro, and it's real shit, yo. RIP Bill Walton, since we did the last Sands on Sports. RIP Jerry West, since we did the last Sands on Willie motherfucking Mays. RIP. And RIP to one of my young boys. When I moved down here, we used to hoop at Newtown High School all the time. And, he was in his 30s, man. 30s, had a heart attack. You feel what I'm saying? So, RIP Fat Boy, you know what I mean? And, yeah, man, that's it, man. Just, hey, I don't know when I'm going to be back. Who knows? But so have a wonderful summer. Be safe. The heat is there. You got to stay hydrated. Matter of fact, if it's too hot, stay your ass inside. Rasheen, please let people know how to check your podcast out. And hey, if you want some emails or whatever, or some bookings, tell them your social media shit.
Hey, I'm easy. I'm Rasheen Hill on Facebook. I'm part of like I said earlier, the Original Sports Podcast. There's a couple of guys from Pittsburgh. We got one from Atlanta that checks in. We're on YouTube. We're on Roku. We're on a couple stations. You can find us real easy. It's real easy. Original Sports Podcast.
Yep,
it's dope.
And RBI, you're about to get on air, man. Tell people where to find you.
Yeah. So 2 things. The easiest way to find out everything that I'm doing, because I centralize most of my information on my Instagram. So that's DJ_RBI on Instagram. That's the best way to figure out, what's cracking. But as far as tonight and when I do radio, I'm at WPFW 89.3 FM, Washington, D.C. If you're online, you can go to WPFWFM.org and you can listen to us live, on the air. So either way, if you're in the city, in the area, just boot us up on your radio dial. Otherwise, you can hop on your phone, on your computer or whatever, and check us out online, WPFWFM.org. Once again, if you're on your whip, 89.3, that's us. We're going from 9 to midnight. And if Sands send me some new stuff, we'll have it on tonight.
You gotta be radio edits. I stopped doing radio edits. It's gotta be radio
edits. You know, I gotta have a radio edit, man. I would say send me something dope with the least amount of curse words you got, and I can try to clean it up.
Yeah, I might have something. Bro. I stopped making clean versions so long ago. Anyway, man, we're about to
get the hands of God, baby. The hands of God.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
let's get it.
Well, yo, I'm Jay Sands. That's Rasheen Hill. That's RBI. Shout out Busy B. This Sands on Sports, and we out of here, y'all. Peace.